chit chat.
Okay. I'm Clari.
I'm Kristi.
And we're...
This
is Dear Primas. We'll get it right one time. So I wanted to talk about this trend that has been happening on TikTok about people be like, how old do you think I am? Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh. So so it's all started, I guess, because this one girl who I think was like 23 maybe, did some video, and I don't know if she said her age for whatever reason, and everybody was like, you are not. They all thought she was like 35 but she was like 23. Yeah. And so it just like wildfire just started. And then all these people, and then it started with, because I guess she would be what, Gen Z. And so it started with like millennials doing the trend and be like, how old do you think I am? And a lot of like the older people look a lot younger and the younger people look a lot older.
Okay.
And I mean, people are brutal, right? First of all, they're just ripping into them.
Yeah.
Some valid, like I can like, yeah, you look a lot older than you look, which isn't a bad thing.
Right.
Doesn't mean like you look like a grandma or, old and wrinkly. It just like, in my eyes, I feel like they look more mature.
Yeah.
Is like really what's happening. And yeah, I mean, I feel like something that I'm seeing a lot of is a lot of the younger the younger people have more like
routine
work done.
Oh,
it's the opposite. It's like they've had, and not to say this is a bad, but like the lip filler or like the Botox, and like one, she, bless her heart, she was 29, but she was an she is an injector. Like she does that. And so she has all the things that you like, filler, like in cheeks and lips and Botox. And I feel like that makes you look more mature for that reason.
Yeah.
But and people were saying like, no, you look like early 40s, but you look good, like a good early 40s. Yeah. Because if you think about it, that's once upon a time, it was people in their 40s starting to get their work done. And now they're starting a lot earlier. Might be a hot take. But I do feel like it ages these girls.
Yeah.
Interesting. All that to say, do you think you look your age?
I mean, I still get carded. If we're no, I remember thinking like whenever I was working at the junior high that I was always mistaken for like. I made it a point to wear professional-ish outfits in those cases where I think I'm going to look not my age. I would always try to dress.
Yeah.
That's just a way to put it, but I think I look my age.
I think so too. But I do think what's happening is that
if I got a baby on my hip and then I have 2 more coming along, like maybe I don't. I'm like,
what's going on here? Yeah. But I think that what's happening is, I think because I feel like girl is working at the junior highs, like they would come with their lashes and their nails and the full beat, which is great. I'm glad that you know how to do that. But I feel like that's making them look a lot older sooner. Yeah. So I feel like the younger generation looks like our age just because, I mean, we're more simple. Not everybody's like that, but at least.
Like how we need to get into this because I don't know how to do my hair other than straight or like in curls, but like who taught all of you?
I know. I don't know.
And the full beat of makeup, like
I cannot put on I can't put on fake lashes to save my life.
Absolutely not.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just.
What school did you attend that I did not?
Yeah, like our high school pictures and versus like their high school pictures now, like it's just not fair. They're skipping the little ugly duckling phase, the awkward stage. But yeah, I feel like that's like a big thing. So that trend, it may be a little bit like on the dying end now, but it was happening a lot. Like, how old do I look? How old do I look? And a lot of like the older women do look really good. And I think that's maybe where I wanted to come with this. I feel like the early 40s, the late 30s, like they look so good that these younger women look their age because they look so good. Like I don't think it's like it's not like a bad thing that these younger girls are looking older. I think it's because the older women look younger.
Right.
Like if I think about my mom being a certain age versus me, like I think we look younger than our parents looked at a certain time period. I think that's just kind of like the way it goes. I don't know. And maybe because routines are more a thing, like taking care, not that I do, but I don't know. I just kind of want to talk about that for a little bit. But
I like that.
Yeah.
No?
So?
We get into it?
Yeah.
I want to do
silent karaoke. Dang it! What was my song? I had it. Oh, okay. I got it. It's a Spanish song.
Bad Bunny?
Yes, maybe. No, it's not Bad Bunny. I'm just gonna start over because I don't know where I left off. It's the chorus. Nope.
No,
todo el Caribe moviéndose vamos a la playa para curarte el alma, cierra la pantalla, abre la medalla. Like I think it's called La Calma, but it's like it's not Bad Bunny. Who's it? Maluma? I don't know. But a la playa para curarte el alma. Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Good one. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah. Because
she's going to the
playa. But yeah, this episode is gonna be about traveling, and
because
we're taking a month-long road trip to Florida.
I love this.
Yeah.
To Florida.
Yes, in a car with a child.
Who is will be 10 months.
Yeah. 10 months old. We'll see. You know, he does really good in the car usually, but our goal is when we're getting place to place, our goal is to not have to drive longer than 5 hours on stretch. Yeah. And so Adrian's doing all the logistics on where we're stopping and, you know, that side of it. We want to try to make sure we're doing those longer stretches at night when he should be sleeping, and see how that goes. And I guess also going with the mentality, if it takes longer to get there, like that's the whole point, like why we're allotting ourselves so much time. Because I mean, you're gonna have to get him out of the car seat to stretch him, and you know.
And this isn't y'all's first road trip.
No. So we took our first road trip when he was 13 weeks old. We went to Florida.
And this is with kid, both times with kid now.
Yeah.
I was talking about the one that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So our first like long one was to California, and it was about like maybe 12 to 13 days. Like, and yeah, that one was probably one of our favorite trips. Like both of us together, because we got to like see and do so much. It was like the COVID 2020 that year summer. So a lot of things kind of were shut down or a lot more chill, but we got to like really experience a lot of the place, like the touristy places weren't as packed, and I don't know, it was just so fun. And we did the Jeep camping.
Y'all did West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast. And it was majority California. Like we just drove through everything else. We had stops planned in like state parks, but then since it was so close to the 4th of July, they started closing the parks because they didn't want the COVID and all that. And so some of our reservations got canceled like a week before we were gonna head out. And for the most part, we camped like the whole time in the Jeep except for like 3 days, 3 days. We spent it in a hotel, but all the other stuff we were at like state parks, sleeping in the Jeep.
In the Jeep.
Yeah, we had a whole build out, like with plywood. We took out the whole back seat. Yeah. Yeah, we do. And the weather in California was so nice. Like at nighttime, like we bought these screens that you would hang on the door to keep mosquitoes out, like the mesh screens that close with the magnet. Yeah. We bought one of those and cut it and put it in the back of the Jeep so we can sleep with the tailgate closed but the window open to allow for the breeze. Yeah. That was so nice. The only time that we had to sleep with the car on was on our way back. We stayed in Arizona at on Lake Pleasant, and it was so hot. It felt like we were in an oven. And so we did have to turn the car on, and then we slept just to gain some energy, and then we trucked it back to Texas.
Yeah. And this will not be like a road trip sleeping in the car.
No. No. We thought about getting like a little camper for him up top. No. But no, we're renting a car. We're done putting mileage on Tony Montana. Yeah, no, we're renting maybe a van. Adrian's dad goals to have a van. And I'm like, look, it is what it is. That's what we'll do. But anywho, because, in the vans, you can fold the seats like down into the floorboard. So much more room to pack everything. Yeah. Just Antonio's captain seat in the back, and that's it. And so, yeah, no, we will not be sleeping in the car. We could if we wanted, but
I can't wait to see all these little stops that y'all make. So y'all don't know what stops y'all are making throughout.
I don't know, but Adrian knows. No, so I know. So the first stop is like going to be close to Tampa. We'll stop in Louisiana, but I don't think we'll sleep there. But just to eat the food, and then keep it going a little past it because he has a friend who lives. I think it's in Mississippi. Maybe one of those that's like right after Louisiana, and they have like a almost beach house in that little Gulf part. They live in like this little quiet beach town, and so we're gonna stop there for the night and see them, spend time with them, and then keep it going. Yeah. And then from there, we're gonna go to Anna Maria Island, which is right outside of Tampa. And no, it's all on this. Tampa is 3 hours from Miami, but it's still on the Gulf side. Okay. And so our goal is to work our way down to Miami, spend like a week there, then go back up the other side, look at some little beach towns that are still affordable because our goal is to still get there eventually. Yeah. And so kind of scope out some of those, because we know what this side all looks like, but we're not sure what north of Miami on the Atlantic side looks like. And honestly, after Miami, that's going to be kind of playing it by ear. Like, we're not going to have reservations. We're just going to like wing it. We have a friend from college that his parents have a condo there, and he's going to fly out to join us a couple of days, but they're going to let us hang out and stay there. And then, so then when we truck it to Miami, his parents may come out to fly out there to meet us because it's Antonio's first time in Miami, and his dad's like, roots are in Miami. Wow. Yes. And so they're trying to do that.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah. And so that'll be our longest stretch of time in one place is Miami, because there's just so much that we've gone before, but like me and Adrian, but we didn't get to see half of the things like he wanted me to see. Yeah. And so, that's going to be like our long stretch. And
well, hang on. Back up some, because you're taking this trip because Adrian did not ever take
his paternity leave. Yeah, and so he gets 8 weeks of paternity leave that they're able to take up to 1 year after like baby's born. And I mean, he works from home. Antonio was a good sleeper. He was all good. He didn't have to take it, and he was like, you know what? He wanted to take it, but he was like, well, I want to take it maybe when we can do more things with him. And he's like, and I think he's at like the perfect age right now he's gonna be like, whoa, this is sand and this is the water. Like, he's been there before, but he's like getting more aware of things and things that he sees excite him. And so, like, I think it's like a fun time
Absolutely.
to go. And so, yeah, that's why we're going. And that's why he wants it to be like a month long, because he's like, if we're going somewhere,
we're going all out.
Yeah, you know how he goes. It's all. I'm like, a month, that's so long, but I go with the flow with him, and yeah, we make it work.
With the doggy.
So Abby's gonna come watch them for the first like week and some change, and then we have a friend who he comes and he house sits, dog sits. He's getting his PhD, and so a lot of it's remote, and so we hook him up, we give him some cash, and thankfully, the doggies are taken care of. We would love to take Depot, but it's just so hard because trying to do things, like there's things that he would be able to do, but then I don't want him just to be at the hotel room alone. We always teeter on that line of, dang, we want to bring Debo, but so.
Okay. Well, on that side so let's talk about the difference between traveling and vacationing. Yes. I asked Sean this the other day because I was like wanting to get his perspective on it before we talked about it.
Okay.
I was like, so what do you think the differences between traveling and vacationing? What do you think we do? And he was like, I don't know, like when we go out of town. I was like, no, I feel like there's a distinct difference between traveling and vacationing. And he was like, nah, what do you mean? But I feel like our vacation, like we vacation, we do not do the like jumping from place to place. Like I need to be one place, I need to be stationary, and we're staying at that place. If we're bouncing around, like I'm not for me. It's not for us. It's not. We vacate. That's not in a vacation.
Yeah, but why is it not a vacation? Well, I know like the resting part, like. Right? Is that the kind, or are you just saying like it's too much?
Also, like I think the idea of looking for a place, like finding a place, not knowing what's around that place. Like I like to know where we're going, what is around it, like, and then once we've gone to it one time, we will continue to go. Like our one place
the one hotel, literally.
Like we are going to go there until we will no longer want to, maybe one day have a place there. I don't know, but I just love it so much there. I love the food there. That's another thing. Like we don't ever know what the food's gonna be like if someone goes somewhere else. How can I not have my guac with my whatever sprinkles they put at the top?
So special.
It only comes from there. The special sauce they put on their white rice with the chicken. Can't get
white rice and chicken. I cannot.
The one the restaurant that's downstairs that you don't come back eating from, that you don't feel like a I don't know. I just the food, the drinks, we know what to expect from there. It's going to be
I cannot
up to John's standards more. He's the bougie one.
No, he's not. Yeah. That's not bougie. Bougie in a sense of like getting everything you want in one place, but as far as like bougie on
well, like we tried doing an all-inclusive one time in Cancun, and he was like,
I can't
do the all-inclusive because they don't have the right alcohol, or they don't have the right food, and they don't have like, I just want,
but it's still like the basics.
Yes, it is very basic.
It's not like trying the cuisine of wherever you are type of thing. Yeah.
Like, and that would be traveling.
Yes.
That's traveling. You're getting immersed.
You're immersed. You're exploring. Yeah, there's like no chance that we would ever be just stationary at one place. Yeah. I mean, would it even be an episode of ours if we didn't have audio issues? Sorry, primas. So Kristi's mic was actually out like the whole time, pretty much, and so we just decided to go with the footage of both of our mics not working. Yeah, traveling versus vacationing, definitely distinct difference. I mean, you have to travel to get to where you're going, of course, but traveling does include exploring where you are, immersing yourself, that's the perfect word, in the culture, the cuisine, and just exploring.
Like, and here's the thing, I think where both of us are on the same page about, not both of us, you and I, but both of us, John and I, is if we go and fully immerse ourselves and like try the things, what if we get sick?
Then you get sick. I mean, that's the thing that I think people have in their minds. America is not the best country, guys. It's not. It's not like other places are literally sustaining themselves and have a much better work life, all the things. But food is food. Like, okay, maybe you're skeptical of trying, raw things, but it's all read the room type of thing. But and just being more adventurous in the food as well is hard. I mean, you like what you like, and that's something. But I think at least trying different things.
What would be your ideal vacation?
Well, so I do want to go overseas. Like, I definitely want the whole Mediterranean, the whole Greece, Italy, the French Riviera. We love being near some body of water. As far as Europe goes, history, I don't really have. I mean, I think it would be very impressionable to see like all the things that have been there for thousands of years. The architecture. That's one thing, but like getting super deep into it is not my cup of tea. But Adrian loves history, but we've never been overseas, and that's like something that we definitely want to do and go see, and just all the fresh fish and the food. So that's our ideal vacation. That we'll get there one day. But that's.
I'll live it through your pictures and your videos, but my ideal vacation is just on a beach, some beach. Preferably like less than 2 hours, maybe 2.5 if we're getting crazy.
What? Like a flight.
A flight.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm talking about Miami.
Yeah, clearly.
Somewhere in Florida. No, maybe Bahamas. I do want to go to
the Bahamas. Yeah, and there's like fun things for the kids, like a resort that's good for the kids there too. I mean, I'm sure we'll take one of those vacations one day. But for now.
But like versus hot versus cold, you would choose to be hot all day. Me too.
No.
Yeah, I can't do mountains.
I've never seen snow like that before. I'd love to go to like Colorado. That's what scares me. Is like, okay, if we want to go see snow, first driving in it is scary. Second, getting snowed in, scary. That scares me. But hopefully we'll still do it one day. He's gone for like bachelor parties and stuff. But I've never seen like snow just everywhere.
I showed the boys videos of Daniel snowboarding, and they were like, I want to do that. And I don't remember what we were watching, but it had something to do with them snowboarding. And I think it would be fun to have them experience. But when, like, I see people taking their kids at young ages, and they're doing like the slopes and the pizza eating.
The pizza eating?
Like doing a pizza whenever you sit down. So you don't.
Well, I think if you're like on the age, you could do like the sleds, like sledding down the thing instead of like trying to ski.
It doesn't sound like a vacation.
No, that's more doing things.
It just it seems like a lot, which I want to be better at thinking. Like, I don't know.
I know. I didn't know you had that mentality. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I
don't know. But because y'all are so active here, it doesn't make any sense.
I think because it's like work being on vacation with kids.
Yeah.
If it's just us, maybe in the thought of like traveling.
You even just said though earlier.
What?
That you still don't have the urge.
No, I don't. It just like if it was just us.
Yeah.
Because then I would think about like all the things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Itinerary versus scheduling. How y'all go about.
Okay, so when we do our trips, Adrian does most of the research, and then I look at things that I would be interested in as well. And then we don't schedule things out like time, day by day, like we're going to do this day, we're going to do this day. We have an idea of what we would like to do, like all the activities and all the things that we want to see. We know all that. And then we do like say, okay, well, maybe like the last day we just kind of go with the flow, but if there's like an excursion that we want to do, like let's do that day 2 or day 3 before coming, not the last day, not the first day.
Yeah.
We always try to schedule that in the middle because sometimes you have to schedule those, but for the most part we don't schedule anything for like set day, set time.
Yeah.
We because I feel like you then limit yourself so much, because once you're there, you kind of get to see what there is more of, how close you are to stuff. And then we also like, no matter where we go, we talk to the locals, whether they be the taxi person or the one that's giving us our rental car. We always ask them, where do you like to eat? If we're on an excursion, we're asking the tour guide, where do you eat?
Yeah.
Not where's the touristy place that everybody goes to. No, where's the good stuff?
Yeah.
Where do you eat? It's usually inexpensive and 10 times better.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing that we always do. And then we always plan our trips around food as well, like going and trying schedule it out minute by minute. You're just restricting yourself so much by that time that you don't know how long certain things are going to take. And I think that's how like we plan most of our trips. Like, we know there's things that we want to do, and we know like the time that we have to do it, where, and he's really good at seeing where we're staying and what's close. Like, he always Google Maps everything and looks at, oh, well, this looks really cool. I
think maybe like if I were to, like, John and I, we're not like that when it comes to different places, because one, I don't know where to even start to look with that, and I don't think he really cares to. But if I went through like maybe a travel agent and they did that planning for me and be like, here, look, this is what I would recommend if y'all went to XYZ.
No, because Adrian gave y'all a whole list of recommendations when y'all went to Miami and y'all went to 0 places.
Look, I think that John never shared that list with me. Or
y'all didn't even rent. Did y'all? Or no, y'all did rent bikes. Did y'all get bikes?
So they come with the hotel.
Okay.
And here's the thing: we looked at all of the places. They just happened to be out of the hotel. And that's not how we operate. I don't know. Well, and also too, like, I feel like the times that we've taken the vacations is literally for us to like. We never went on a honeymoon. 2, like, I think we were always so like. Go with life, that when we do get a vacation, it is like a pausing moment where it feels like we can't do just that. I don't know, maybe that's why we do our vacations that way, because it doesn't, I don't know, I do like to plan my trips around food, but that's also why I like that place, because I know that they have good food. Although I will say, I did want to go to the one place that had the live music. I don't remember the name of it, and I'm not going to, but they have like live music there in Miami, and it was like in the Cuban like known area. You know what I'm talking about? In
Goncayocho?
Yes.
Yeah. I just don't like to explore.
We don't like to explore. Yeah. Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I go with us.
Maybe my kids will get the exploring.
Y'all don't take them nowhere.
We will try. I did want to touch on like the Disney stuff with the kiddos, and I don't come for me, but I wasn't like a big fan. I'd like to think maybe because the kids weren't. Jaden was sick, so that was another thing that I was going to mention. Like, always have in case of emergency type of packing thing. All types of medicines. Yeah, because I did not have that during that trip. But like, Jaden was sick. He was running a fever off and on throughout that trip. And while it was helpful because we did go with family, like my mom was there to be an extra hand, Ika was there to be an extra hand, Maina was there to be an extra hand, like that was very helpful. It was still like a lot. Like, Disney is a lot. I didn't know you had to have reservations for lunch and dinner. And then you have to make sure that you go to the certain parks, and it's like hopping and all. I mean, we went through a travel agent, but if we did not go through a travel agent, there's no way. Yeah. No way I would have known to do any of that. Could I see myself going there again? When the boys, like, if they ask me, maybe when they get to the point and they're old enough. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. The thought of like maybe Bella meeting princesses, will that be like the reason why I go? Yeah. No. I don't think so. I don't know. I've heard good things about Disney cruises. I have no desire to go on a cruise though, because I'm scared I'm going to be sick the whole time.
Of like seasick?
Yes. Although I know there's remedies and there's all of the things that you can take, but chancing it, and feeling like I'm hungover the whole time doesn't sound like.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise. I don't know.
Everybody that I've talked to that's gone on a cruise that also had the same fear does not feel it.
Yeah.
But in the event that there is a storm brewing, then they feel it.
Yeah, because the ship is so large.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
And my luck, there would be something brewing, and I would be
you have the best luck when it comes to
traveling.
Times I've traveled.
Yeah.
I think Disney for sure. The kids have to be a certain age. I went when I was in like 6th grade, and I don't remember anything. But Vettel brought Abby and Daniel, and they were baby babies, and so same thing. They were like sick. It was spring break, so it was like kind of cold. It changed the whole vibe of the vacation or the trip, and I don't remember anything. And I was in 6th grade. Yeah, or 5th grade. I don't know.
See, and I'd like to like it, like the Disney magical part of it, or the Christmas part of it, like the magical part. I would maybe think about it during that time. I don't know. Maybe when the kids are older, they'll be able to ride the rides.
Yeah, that's for sure, I think.
Because I remember John being too short to ride any of the rides. Like, he wasn't tall enough yet. Jaden, of course, maybe in the play area.
I feel like, the time I went, I think, was a good time. But I think all the external factors were a reason why. I don't remember. But I think that, 11 to... Yeah. And up.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Because there's Universal, which is that one in Florida. Mm-hmm. See, we didn't even go to that. Mm-hmm. I think I would have liked that part of it because we just did the
Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah, so it was like the Hollywood one, the Safari one, and then the Magic Kingdom one, which we didn't even do the fireworks because it was like COVID time, so they didn't have the fireworks going. It was like 2 weeks after we left, they started the fireworks back up again. So I don't think we got the full experience. Yeah. That was another thing. Like, the characters were distancing, so the kids couldn't go up to them like how I've seen in movies where they go up and hug them. It was like from a distance, like waving at them.
Yeah.
It was really awkward. I don't know. So maybe we didn't get the full experience for me to be like, I loved it so much, I would take them back. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says also, as an adult, those things would be fun, minus Sam's without the kids, to go to certain of the, I feel like Universal, though, would be a really good one.
Yeah.
We went to Epcot, I don't remember it, whenever I was young, but that's, where you can also drink around the world, once you're of age. Mm-hmm. I think there are Harry Potter World, I think, is there somewhere.
Was that in the California one?
No, I think it's in Florida.
Oh, yeah,
I think, I'm not sure. But to see all that would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we're just not Disney fanatics.
But I also think, remember how we were talking about how if I started reading Harry Potter books with the boys and they started watching the movies and getting all excited, and if they felt it oh, this would be so cool to go see, then maybe we would be okay, I will do it for you.
How old were they when you went?
John was 4, so Jaden would be 2. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still too little.
Yeah, but we did it because Daniel was doing his. It was nice.
Yeah.
What's one thing memorable from any one of the vacations that you've taken?
I think one of my favorite things that we saw was in Puerto Vallarta when we went. We went on an excursion, and what is it called? It was the I don't know if it was called the Hidden Beach. It was a beach in the middle of the ocean. So we took the boat out there. It's a big boat, and then we had to get into a kayak, a smaller boat, not a kayak, but a smaller boat. I got super sick on that because the kayak in the ocean, I hate it. We did it in California too, and I got super seasick. But once I got in the water, I was fine. In the boat, it feels more rocky. But then we got out of those kayaks and got into the water, and we had to have helmets on to go under this
oh my gosh.
It's a
cave?
Yeah, kind of like a cave, but it has a big opening in the middle. So think of a mini mountain. It's not huge, but think about a mini hill mountain-like thing. and there's like an underpass, like a cave going through under the water,
Oh my
but on
gosh.
the inside it's all open, and there's a beach
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
inside of it.
Oh,
yeah, and you can like stand on, there's like sand, like it's a
Yeah.
sandbank. You can stand on it, and the water is pristine. That was like probably my favorite thing that. No, well, that was a good favorite, and then seeing the waterfalls in Costa Rica were insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're how big they are is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. How did y'all get up to the waterfalls?
We walked. There's something you could just see on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Our first one that we saw, like, we were driving on the curb and we're like, oh my god, and we stopped and you can kind of walk up to it, but that wasn't like a crazy big one.
Yeah.
But the other ones are like inside of parks, so we had to like go down like these stairs and
See, I
then.
thought we took like donkeys or horses up.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
well, there's
now I'm
several
like, oh,
everywhere,
okay.
so it's just.
Well, one with the girls, and I remember thinking like my donkey was gonna pass out. Because
he
was it a donkey or a horse? I don't remember.
It's probably a mule, yeah.
Oh.
Donkey.
Oh, they did like Cuban cigars too. We did like a cigar class from on the way down. Maybe that was a different day. But like those trips were with the girls, and the girls like will be the ones that plan stuff. And I'm all for a planner to plan it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Me and John, we just don't plan
Yeah.
and we don't leave.
Yeah.
But and like how you mentioned earlier, the excursion.
Yeah.
Sounds like I could do one.
Yeah.
But somebody would have to tell me which one to take and do.
Well, and that's like so in Cancun you've never done an excursion like.
Yes, but John and I have not done that.
Yeah.
Yes, but my family did that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would do that all the time. That was nice, but I remember the water being freezing cold. Ishka did.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cave one where the
Mm-hmm.
water's freezing cold. Yeah.
But the water. You get used to it. So is the river. You floated the river. It's
And
cold.
the Frio,
and
yeah.
it gets,
Yeah.
But
Like, we talk, John and I talk about it all the time. Like, we would love to be the type of people that go on a trip, one for us and then one with the boys and Bella now. But I don't know. It just never gets around to it.
yeah.
Like this year, we were like, oh yeah, we'll take a trip to San Antonio. Dude, we want to take the boys to SeaWorld. And here's where one thing I was thinking, like, they were obsessed with sharks, and I was like, oh, this would be cool if we go to like certain aquariums that I know has these really cool sharks that are only in certain places, and I think Georgia was one of the bigger ones, but it's still in the United States. Like, it's not somewhere out of the United States.
Let's start.
Yeah. But then, like, where do we stay in Georgia? How do we know where to go? What do we?
Have you ever looked at hotels.com or?
But like, I need to be
Priceline.
around certain things that would
Google
be
Maps,
convenient
Google
for us to travel to and from.
Yeah, Google Maps. You can see all the things.
I need to try.
It doesn't just work in Texas.
I'm just not. I don't know. I don't have it.
That's surprising though.
No.
I feel like you're pretty organized, schedule list.
Yeah, but somewhere unknown to schedule it.
Yeah, you look at Google reviews, 5-star, 4.5.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I tried to do that for Florida and like a different place other than Miami to go. All the places, like all of them said that they were good places in Florida, and I was like
Destin's
yeah, but like, I'm gonna go somewhere like
38.
Yeah, but where? There's so many places with 38. There's like a Blue Mountain place that's called. There's Rosemary that
They're all literally a mile apart, so it doesn't matter where you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
not
Destin, Miramar, and then it's 38. Like, Destin to 38 is like less than 30
So should
minutes.
you fly into, if you were gonna fly into Destin and then drive to those places?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to take a road trip then. Maybe we can test it out.
Yeah,
See what it's all about.
I don't know.
Okay, so on your trips, this is one thing that I do. I always either take a book or download a book.
Mhm.
And like that's my thing that I'm doing on the trip. Are you gonna do that for your trip?
Maybe. But maybe not.
Yeah.
I take it with me. and then it doesn't get read.
What are you reading right now?
Well, I'm still reading the same book. I'm still reading The Perfect Couple.
Okay, what show would you recommend?
Oh man. There was one. Shoot. What was it called on Hulu? I thought about it the other day that they never came out with another season. All the Little Fires or All the Fires or
I know the Little Fires Everywhere.
No, Little Fires Everywhere. Yes, I think so.
Reese Witherspoon is in it. No, she produced it.
She may have produced it. I don't think
Who's
she's in it.
Nicole Kidman.
No,
I'm thinking about Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies, yeah.
That's a
good show too. But I don't know who's in it. The one. Damn it, what's her name? Is it the one from Scandal?
Viola.
No, that's Murders.
Scandal. Olivia.
Olivia, but that's not her real name. But her.
Yeah.
I think she's in it. I don't know.
Little Fires Everywhere. I feel like I've watched this, but I don't remember it.
It's so good. That's a really good show. I wish I could go back and watch it.
I was going to say, I might have to go back and watch it because I don't remember.
But see, that's the thing. It's like I don't remember it, and then once I start watching, I'm like, I remember it, and then I'm over it. Or not over it, but it's like, okay, well.
Yeah.
But no, that's a really good show that I don't know how many, maybe 1 or 2 seasons? I don't know. It was short, but it's super good.
I will, some of my favorite, one of my favorite shows. Okay, let me backtrack. I feel like the books that I read are always so, like, intense and have that, like, which I do like my shows like that, but sometimes there's my trash TV that I love. Vanderpump Rules on Bravo is, like, a go-to. You still need to watch it. And or Summer House on Bravo as well.
Summer
House, which they just came out with another one that's called Martha's Vineyard. It only has 1 season, so the first season was good. Summer House just had a lot more seasons, and it was really good. Like, it's
reality TV.
It's reality TV. These people go to this summer house in the Hamptons, and they rent out the house for the summer, and they just are crazy. It's a good background show, but it's really good. Like the cast, everybody that's in it is still in it, and it's a good watch.
Okay.
For some trash TV.
Yeah, I love trash TV. I love all the dating shows.
Yeah.
All the dating shows.
Yeah.
All those. I just started watching The Circle. You probably never watched that. You wouldn't be interested in it, but that's like background. Yeah, I like all like reality TV.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. Well, hopefully we will see you before your road trip.
Maybe.
If not,
maybe we'll do a virtual one.
Ooh, yes.
Maybe we'll do a little virtual action.
Yeah, we'll drop in.
Yeah, because on our way back, making our way back, that's like Destin will be our last. So it's like we go down, we come up, and then we chill out in Destin 38 area for 4 to 5 days. And so that'll be just like the chill, just having restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually what Destin is for us anyway. There's not, I mean, everything's going to be pretty chill. We're not like doing excursions on this trip with the child. So everything's just going to be like beach. Let's go to this restaurant. Let's go to that restaurant. Let's go see this. Let's go see that. But I think it's all going to be pretty chill.
Yeah.
We might go to a zoo or,
Yeah.
what's it called? Aquariums. Yeah. Yep. So we shall see.
Yeah. Well,
I might be back by the time this airs.
Oh
no.
That's true.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Thanks for
tuning in to our jibber jabber.
Yeah. I'll see you next time.